Hello, best and brightest. Thank you for being here. And a warm welcome to you, best and brightest, as John Campbell says. well, a warm, warm welcome to you, best and brightest. All right, I'm going to attempt to read this to you because I never read it to you. It was on my screen the other day, but I never read it to you. Okay, wish me luck. The book that conquered the world. Can you guess what book that is? What book conquered the world? And it made one civilization filthy rich. Filthy rich. They took the stories of this book and they made themselves empires. But who? Who made themselves empires? Well, the Europeans and the Americans, of course. Well, not the Americans so much. The Americans actually broke free from the richest empire of all, which was England. Because of this book, it gave them license, it gave them rights, gave them ideas of equality and democracy. What book is this? Okay, let me give you some hints. Does the whole world speak Hindu? No. The Hindus did not conquer the world. Even today, 250 years later, they are poor and no one but them speaks their language. Same with the Chinese. Despite their overwhelming numbers, 1 billion versus 100 million during the conquering hundreds of years ago, these countries enjoyed a 10-to-1 advantage over the conquering nations. What book is this? What is the lingua franca? What is the language everyone in the world knows at least a little bit of? What is the common language in the world? What is the language used in finance through the world? What is the language used for all rich people through the world? What is the language used for bankers? Do you know? England and Western civilization, the Europeans, all using the exact same words from the exact same book, did conquer, subjugate, exploit, use, encounter peoples. They created empires, yes. And also they benefited the peoples they conquered or cooperated with. You know, a lot of in India they say it was more cooperation than conquering. Probably correct. And also, they brought the book to all the nations of the world. This book teaches cooperation, trade, enlightened human rights, equality, and democracy. Not only did this book bring untold riches to the possessors of the book, and brought domination to those that had the book. The people that had the book could dominate the world. It also brought equality and human rights to the world and democracy. What book is it? Well, it's a book that says we are little gods, that God created us in his image, in his likeness. We are little gods, okay? So if we're a little god, we have the right to godlike privileges. Equality, democracy. We don't need a king, okay? Of course, the Bible is the book. First chapter, he repeats himself over and over on this point that man is made in God's image, okay? In his likeness. Okay, I am a deist and agnostic. In other words, I don't believe the Bible is literal, but it is what everyone believed. It is the book that conquered the world. Half the world is now Christian and a democracy, half the world is. Some people just don't get it. Some people still like their kings and don't want rights, freedom or rights. I get it. Or they can't handle it. Anyway, that is my reading, and I apologize for the pausing part. Bye, best and brightest.